Cite the subsection of the code. Join me for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody's here. Recognitions. Mandy, it's listed in the book. Where are the special?
She knew it was.
That's what I mean.
Which ones?
All right, we have some TASB business recognitions. I would like to bring the companies down. Sorry I don't have the folder with the certificate, but we will get those to you. CrossFit Boom, ECU. Maybe that's the reason why we don't have the folder. Builder Church, Kennedale Chamber of Commerce, Kennedale Education Foundation, Kennedale Rotary Club, and YMCA. All right, well, I apologize. We will make sure that we have those next month. I thought maybe it is on the agenda for next month. I thought it was on this month. Sorry about that. All right, now then we'll move on with the, I wonder if I can find the folder. Now we're going with the podcast success.
Okay. And Mr. Cagle is going to do the next one for the Success Center. Can you stand by?
I'm bringing down Miss Browning and Miss Ramirez today with me, and both of these employees in the Kennedale Administrative Office are key into identifying students that we think would be successful for the Wildcat Success Center. Today we are not going to do full ceremony with music because the two individuals that we have that have recently graduated are going to participate in the May ceremony. We had invited him here tonight as an option, and they have decided they want to graduate with their peers, but I do want to recognize them and their parents. First of all, we have Aram Chavez. Aram, would you stand up? Aram, come on down. Aram is here tonight with her mother, Alicia Chavez. She says after she graduates, she says she's going to take a year to spend time pioneering as a Jehovah's Witness. And she's going to save up for college and try to get herself stabilized. And then she would like to study either as a writer or a veterinarian. She'd like to thank Ms. Ramirez for making this happen and Mr. Cagle for giving her the opportunity not only to finish, but to give her the privilege to see the impossible is always possible. And she wants to thank Ms. Devlin and Ms. Hunt for always being there throughout the educational process and through all the hard times she's endured. And she still managed to get past all of the hardships that she's had, and they deserve the world, she says. So we are proud of this young lady, and you are part of the class of 2019. Congratulations, Erin. We'll get a picture in just a minute, okay? Our second graduate that we're going to recognize is Sierra Isaac. Sierra, come on down. Sierra's sisters are up there, Mia and Amber, and her foster parents, Zach and Pam. Sierra is part of the class of 2019. 20, is she 20?
Yeah, that's the graduation.
Okay, so there we go. She's on time. I apologize. She is part of the class of 20. She's graduating with her peers. She does plan to take a little bit of a break here after graduation, but then she wants to go to TCC and then a 4-year college. And I know Sierra and her toughness, and I know that she can do all of those things. She'd like to thank a lot of people from Kennedale, including everyone in this room, I know, because a lot of people have made a big impact on her life and helped her get where she is today. And we're proud of you, Sierra, and I know that Miss Browning probably wants to give you a big hug. So, okay. All right. Do that. Yes. Okay. And we did have, just before the Christmas break, yet another graduate from that program. And Board, I want to thank you for giving those opportunities to those students. And that is another graduate that will walk the stage in May. We have lots of good things going on in Kennedale ISD, and I'm going to call a lot of students down. The room, again, is full. I know our volleyball team is here. They are missing out on the collegiate semifinals, I think, right now. Baylor was up 1-0 over Wisconsin. I want to make sure that I mention those things. That's what we heard. So, but I've got a lot. I know this young man. I had him on the agenda for last month. He could not come, and he is going to be one of our top graduating seniors this year. And I've been here at the high school. This is the year 3, and I know that he is being recognized tonight as a 2019 National Merit Scholar Commended Student. He is also a National Hispanic Scholar by the College Board. His name is Brandon Isensey. Brandon, come on down. I know Brandon is here with his mother Sonia, and I'll tell you this: I've got to work with Brandon closely. I've known him for a long time, and he decided he wanted to try several new things this year. He is a producer on the AV Club, and he has tried some new things like number sense. And I've gone back and tried coaching this, and yeah, he's surpassed me and all of my abilities. But bright young man, and one of Kennedale's best. Brandon, we are proud of you. Thank you so very much, sir. Brandon?
We get them to come over and we'll get pictures and then they'll walk around like behind. Yeah, could go over to the side.
You get the young ladies too?
Young ladies.
Sierra, come take her picture.
Back. There's a little back thing, yeah, where'd it go?
We had one that fell down.
Oh, yeah, you keep going.
We need to do.
Get on there. Hurry, gonna miss it. Wait, got one more.
Let parents get there. I'm starting to see the success now.
You sneeze, sorry. Yes, I agree.
All right, this is a great day to be a Wildcat. We've got a lot of areas where our kids are being successful. The next young lady qualified for the state cross-country championships, and I went down and watched that, and that's quite an event, and how that sport has grown and become popular. I know at the state meet she was battling the flu and some sickness. This young lady was near the top, and she had a top 10 finish at the regional meet. She had a top 2 or 3 finish, I believe, at the district meet, and has run well all year long, and currently has some collegiate offers at DBU and Texas Wesleyan University. I also know Concordia coaches reached out to her, but we can't be any more proud of an individual. Sarah East Flores, come on down. Congratulations. and represented. She was our lone representative on the cross-country team this year, and I think we've got quite a few ready to go next year. She had a whole team that followed her down to watch, so very excited.
My girls ran. The most memorable thing is a girl from another district told my daughter where the hole was. She could roll her ankle in so she didn't have to finish.
I want to thank Ceres for also making me feel taller than what I normally am. So, all right. And then we've had representatives at the state level. We've also had some representatives at the national level. We had 2 cheerleaders who went to Disney World here recently. They qualified as NCA All-American cheerleaders. They represented KISD at the Varsity Spirit Spectacular at Disney World that was televised. And I want to bring them down now as they are 2 outstanding athletes and 2 outstanding students, Jordan Barnett and Corey Lehman. Come on down. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There is video of that parade out there somewhere, I know, in social media land.
One more. Go back.
Sorry about that.
Celebrities and stuff.
And recently, the colleges have held their athletic signing days, and we do have a young man. His mother teaches at the high school, and he is signed at Southern Arkansas University to play baseball. We actually had another athlete, I believe, sign on the same team. I'll recognize that young man as he's on the basketball team playing tonight, so I'll recognize him at the next board meeting. But I do want to bring down another young man that represents Kennedale very well, both as a student and an athlete. J.D. Paget, come on down. Congratulations, man. J.D.
So you heard a lot.
We use that one.
I did recognize an individual off our cross-country teams, but I do want to recognize our cross-country teams if they are here. As teams, they both qualified for regionals, which cross-country has been a growing and a successful sport at Kennedale High School. If we have any of those members, Ceres, did you bring some friends tonight? Those teams I'm going to recognize, but they were both regional qualifiers. Both did very well at district meet. By the way, our district is one of the tougher districts in the state in cross country. One of the top contenders for the last couple of years has been Castleberry in that, and so we've had to really improve in that area, and we have done a good job. And I'm proud of all of our athletes and coaches. The head coach this year was Coach Irby. And assistant coaches were Coach Wakeland, and did y'all have a third? That was it? Just 2? Okay. But very good job. Next, I don't know if I have the varsity football team here tonight. They were UIL District 9 4A champions, qualified for the bi-district round of the playoffs. And I know that they've got a pretty good playoff streak going and continued that this year. I don't know if our football coaches are here tonight. I know there's a lot going on. Is Coach Baird or any of the other coaches here tonight? Okay. And then we have one of our most successful teams of the year. I'm going to bring them down next. The first year I was principal at the high school, I got to enjoy that ride with the football team to the state semifinals and the state championship, and I got to go back to the tournament as a principal, and those are moments that you look at and are proud of all along. I do want to bring down at this time the 2019 Lady Cat Volleyball team, and I'm going to have them line up just over there for just a minute. I need to grab my computer. I do want to read some things to you, some accolades that this team has received. The overall record of this team was 37-8, and I know most of those losses came against 5 and 6A schools. They were 12-0 in district, again. Okay? They were district champions, by-district champions, area champions, regional quarterfinal champions, regional semifinal champions, regional champions, and they did qualify to the state semifinal round of the playoffs. They got lots of individual awards, and I've posted those, and the list they update every day. I do want to spend some time, board, if it's okay with you, reading some of those because it's an impressive list. In the district awards 9-4A, they had the MVP, Briley Steinhilber, Hitter of the Year, Maddie Piles, Newcomer of the Year, Casey Gary, Setter of the Year, Lily Ricklick, Libero, and I learned what that was this year. Libero. Yeah, Libero is not a thing. All right. The Libero is Tatum Pavey. That's what it is. And Server of the Year was Grayson Reed. And the Coach of the Year from 9-4A was Kelly Carl. First team All-District, Katie Spell, Taylor Poore, Amaya Constantino. Second team, Angel Majub. Honorable mention, Bridget Barton, Alex Youngblood, Ella Childress. More impressively in this group, girls, I'm going to do this way. And this is one of the things I'm probably most proud of. How many of you were academic all-district? Raise your hand. Okay. We have a good number. All right. Most of our team. If you weren't, I didn't mean to point you out. I'm probably going to get yelled at tomorrow, but I knew it was a good member of the team. We've had some players recognized by the press. The player of the week for Fort Worth Star Telegram was Taylor Poore. We had Maddie Piles. She was to the all-area Fort Worth Star Telegram team, second team, and the all-area third team, Briley Steinhilber. That's with all classifications. And the all-area team by Dallas Morning News, Briley Steinhilber. Academic All-State. We had two of those from this team, Lillian Ricklick and Blair Ingram Everett. We had Academic All-State for the Texas Association of Volleyball Coaches team, Tatum Pavey, Lily Ricklick, Amaya Constantino, Grayson Reed, Briley Steinhilber, and Maddie Piles. And then to the All-State team, Lillian Ricklick, Maddie Piles, and Briley Steinhilber. We had players named to the All-Star games and of the different organizations that are out there. The Legacy All-Star team, Lillian Ricklick. The TGCA All-Stars Red and Blue game, Briley Steinhilber. And the UIL State Volleyball All-Tournament team, Maddie Piles. Let's see, what else do we have here? The TAVC All-Texas team. We had 4 players there, Briley Steinhilber, Lillian Ricklick, Maddie Piles, Tatum Pavey. Our Defensive Player of the Year. Is this for the state, Coach?
This is for TAVC.
TAVC. Okay, Tatum Pavey. And then Player of the Year by the TAVC was Briley Steinhilber. And Coach, I know you were named All-Area Coach of the Year by the Fort Worth Star Telegram. I want to thank all of our coaches again for a fun ride. I want to thank all of our players, not only for having academic excellence, but as a group, I've watched you, and you've been good students. You've kept your grades. You've kept your behavior in check, and all the way, you've made us proud. So one more time, everybody give them a round of applause. And I've got some recognition for this team. And Coach Carl?
Yes.
For leading this group. And I hear you did. But I want to congratulate our assistant coaches of this team are Miss Dixon, Coach Dixon, and Coach Bryant, Captain Bryant.
And you know what the neat thing about them is? They both are Kennedale alumni. So give them a round of applause. You're gonna have to squeeze together when I take pictures.
Tell us in the back.
You want to get in that space? Okay.
She's getting good.
I got a new camera.
Oh,
One, two, three. Jason so much tired, but we lacked that important stuff. One of my girls did it.
They all have their medals, but because of their success, all of you get a medal.
I've been good.
So girls, this is the second state trip. It is the second state medal that I know that I've received because of a athletic team in Kennedale, and the board is also appreciative of these. We would like to get a picture of you standing behind the board if we can all get back there. Is that okay? And board, you are going to have to wear those for just a few minutes.
Fancy iPhone camera.
Yes, Grayson, come get one.
Here, borrow ours.
John, can you do duck lips?
Okay. Let's see.
How great would that be?
You're gonna get in it, right?
Yes, ma'am. Did you get yours?
I did, thank you. It's okay. Got it, yeah. Pretty?
Did you get on there?
Okay.
I don't see that wide angle camera.
Oh, yeah.
iPhone 25.
I'll show you. I had to watch a video to learn how to use it, but okay. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Got it.
Hold on, guys. Miss Pavey, will you come down and take it without an extra person in there? I'm blind. Oh, okay.
You put on a medal while she takes a picture. Come on in.
Oh yeah, come be part of us.
Put a medal on her.
No, you do.
Oh.
Get the picture.
Go get the medal.
Get the medal
Go
first.
grab. There's some medals. There's some medals and done right here in front.
You could be the next libero.
I wasn't prepared.
You need to get closer.
No, that's Friday. Friday's the alumni talk. Boy, I saw Alvarado there.
And ladies and gentlemen, for now, that is all the high school awards that that we are going to give out tonight. I do appreciate the board for recognizing those students. Thank you.
Y'all definitely do not have to stay for the rest of the meeting, so.
Check out. It's Christmas.
Bye.
Except for Haley.
Hallie.
Hallie, you have to stay.
Hey, congrats again. That's so awesome. Thank you. We're not even talking after the
Who's left?
See you later.
Thank you.
He has a little friend he's going to give it to.
Wait, May 22nd.
Good work.
Good job.
See ya.
Next item on the
Agenda is correspondence. We got the nice thank you note from Ms. Nichols for our stipend that we gave in November. No public comments.
Public comments.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, which can be approved with one motion. Are there any calls on the consent agenda?
I make a motion to approve all items on the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. And the next item is old business, right? Policy update?
Right.
Yep. Yep, the 114. Everybody got a chance to go through that at our second reading, so we'll have a motion to approve that one.
Well, I was going to clarify, there was a question, I believe, about who it applied to on the DH local. And looking at the DH local, there was one line that was taken out where it talks about the handguns but under that DH local, it's employee standards of conduct. So that's talking specifically about employees. Students are never allowed to have handguns on campus. So that would not apply to them at all. So, and I got clarification from our attorneys to make sure that the way I was reading it made sense. And so basically DH local is all about employee conduct and relating to our staff. Okay.
Any other comments? I'll stand for a motion.
I move that the board add, revise, or delete local policies as recommended by TASB Policy Service and according to the instruction sheet for the TASB Localized Policy Manual Update 114.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, new business. Personnel items.
I think we wanted to go into a closed session.
Yeah, we're gonna